The goal of becoming a great lover tends to bring up certain images in our minds. But the real qualities of a great lover live somewhere slightly different, somewhere most people never think to look. A truly great lover is likely to have some of the following qualities. The first quality is imperfection. As nice as it is to be with someone accomplished, what really feeds love is how a person relates to their own flaws. A great lover is calm. Nobody who has truly looked at themselves can believe for long that they are wonderful. A great lover does not need to be told about their weaknesses. They already know. They welcome your help in dealing with those weaknesses rather than running from them. They do not get defensive when you point something out. They do not make you feel guilty for raising a concern. They say sorry quickly and genuinely, not because they have been forced to, but because they actually mean it. Deep down, they feel grateful that anyone would choose to stay with them through all of it. And that quiet gratitude makes them very easy to love. There is something deeply attractive about a person who is not pretending to have it all together. The second quality is openness about their problems. We do not need perfect people. We need people who know how damaged they are and who tell us about it early, before it causes too much pain. This kind of honesty gives us hope that things can get better. It also stops us from feeling afraid of what we do not yet know about them. A great lover understands where their anger comes from. They know why they sometimes feel sorry for themselves. They are aware of their laziness and their worries and their patterns. They have thought about all of it. You do not have to discover their issues by accident and then be made to feel like you are the problem for bringing them up. They do not let you walk into a minefield without a warning. Instead, they sit you down early and walk you honestly through who they are, where they have been, and what you might expect. That kind of courage is rare, and it builds more trust than any perfect first impression ever could. The third quality is humor. Not the kind of humor meant to entertain a crowd. A great lover laughs mostly at themselves. They invite you to see how silly they can be, how full of themselves they sometimes get, how hard they try and still manage to get things wrong. They do not take themselves too seriously. They understand that life is strange and that people are strange and that they are no exception to this rule. They laugh because they said the wrong thing again. They laugh because despite all their effort, they still manage to annoy you. They laugh so that you do not have to cry or shout. There is a deep kindness buried in this kind of laughter. It is the laughter of someone who has fully accepted how human they are and who wants to make that a little easier for you too. When someone can laugh at themselves with warmth and without bitterness, it creates a kind of safety between two people. It says, I am not going to make this harder than it already is. Before we go on, if any of this is speaking to you, please take a moment to like this video. Leave a comment below telling us which of these qualities means the most to you, and subscribe to Wisdom Dose so you never miss a video like this one. Now let us keep going. The fourth quality is kindness in how they see you. A great lover does not assume the worst about you. When you do something hurtful or confusing, they do not immediately decide that you meant to cause harm. They do not build a case against you in their head before you have had a chance to explain yourself. They understand that however frustrating you are being in this moment, you probably did not wake up that morning planning to make their life difficult. They remember that underneath the complicated and sometimes difficult adult you are, there is still a small child who once meant well and who is still in there somewhere trying their best. They are quick to wonder if maybe you are still carrying an old wound from someone who hurt you long ago, or a stressful week at work, or if you are simply exhausted and in need of someone to be gentle with you. They choose to see you with soft eyes even when it would be much easier not to. That choice, made again and again over time, is one of the most loving things one person can do for another. The fifth quality is emotional understanding. A great lover does not need to be a scientist or a scholar, but they do need to understand how people work on the inside. They know that anger often hides a much deeper hurt underneath it. They know that when someone is impatient or snappy, it is usually because they are quietly afraid of something. They understand that people who are mean are often just passing on a pain that was first done to them by somebody else. They know that most adult struggles have a childhood story sitting behind them. And they know that we sometimes treat the people right in front of us as if they were people from our past who once hurt us. They approach the emotional side of life with curiosity and gentleness, rather than with frustration or judgment. When you behave badly, they do not immediately write you off or punish you with silence. They pause. They wonder what might be going on for you beneath the surface. They ask the quieter questions. That kind of emotional understanding is rarer than almost any other talent, and far more valuable inside a real relationship than most people ever realize. The sixth quality is comfort with the unusual. A great lover has space for the strange parts of you. They are not too attached to what the world considers normal. They have spent enough time sitting quietly inside their own mind to know that we are all a little odd when you look closely enough. That everyone, without a single exception, carries more jealousy, more fear, more pettiness, and more greatness than they are ever really allowed to show in public. They are not frightened by your contradictions. They do not need you to be simple or easy or always consistent. They understand that real people are layered and complicated, and sometimes hard to follow. They hold that complexity about you with care, rather than trying to flatten it out or fix it. They love you for who you are. But they love you even more for how you feel about yourself when you are standing next to them. Seen for once, accepted without conditions, and for the first time in a long time, genuinely free to just be yourself. At Wisdom Dose, we believe that being a great lover is not about how you look or what you have achieved. It is not something you either have or you do not. It is a practice, slow, imperfect, and deeply human. The 6 qualities we talked about today: imperfection, honesty about your flaws, humor, kindness, emotional understanding, point, and comfort with strangeness are not things you are simply born with and either lucky or unlucky to have. They are things you can study, practice, choose, and come back to every single day. Love is not a destination. It is a direction you keep choosing. If this video gave you something to think about, leave a comment below and tell us which of these 6 qualities you are working on right now in your own life. We would genuinely love to hear from you. Like this video if it helped you see something differently today, and subscribe to Wisdom Dose for more honest and thoughtful conversations about the things that matter most. We will see you in the next one.